Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ahdurin region. I'm your host, Ahdurin himself, back with another episode of the Ace Attorney series. We've got a cowboy in front of us. If you have no idea who he is or why he's here, all you have to do is go down in the description below, check out the playlist. Old episodes are there. While you're down there, like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into this. Now, we have finished talking with our good pal here, the sheriff. But now we must move along on our journey as I try to act more dramatic than normal as we head into the evidence room to actually look for evidence for this case. Presumably, at least. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Excited to find out what's in here. It's, quiet. Investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This kind of feels more like a morgue, which isn't exactly positive. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. It sounds like you're scared, Emma. I'm not gonna lie. Also, Gumshoe's here. Hello, Gumshoe. Eek. Wow. That was... I don't know what that was, but we're rolling with that. Sorry, I think you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? If anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. This is from the previous episode. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire, and knock yourself out. Yep, it's true.
So, Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Come on, Gumshoe. Come on, Gumshoe. I hope you're not down that bad. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Us for a day. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal.
But guess what? You got permission for the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Thanks? I'm not 100% sure I understood what just happened, but sure.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
The evidence room floor plans. Interesting. I'm assuming those are going to be useful. All right, Gumshoe, let's have a chat. Boss for a day. What exactly? So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor.
It sounds like an honor.
After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Yeah, shouldn't bosses have subordinates? Where are your underlings? You know, the other folks, the regular people, the gumshoes, no offense.
They're using yesterday's finding to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have your own evidence locker? You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Ha ha ha.
Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open? Yeah, before we get to the evidence lockers, though, I do want to talk about Edgeworth. Let's just change the topic completely.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see. This is a couple episodes ago, but that court issue.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course.
I wouldn't have thought SL9 was the one case that Edgeworth could get away from.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. I'm interested to hear what you gotta say. Let's continue having this chat. I was going to say chat and talk at the same time. It doesn't make any sense.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card, I presume?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID's cards can be lost. Well, I am on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handle, see?
The handles? Yeah, tell me more, Gumshoe. I'm interested.
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
Just, you get a shock.
that's what happened. My hand would be black and smoky every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Interesting. Huh. Interesting, but that doesn't lead us with an ending point, so it sounds like we're gonna submit something else. Probably show him something. Probably SL9 related. So this is part of SL9, right? Let's try this. Hand me this. David Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. Ooh, this is the link that's sometimes been shared, isn't it?
I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
Why would evidence from that case turn out now? That's a good question. We've been connecting all the dots here. But, I'm not 100% sure why that has to do with this. I mean,
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there is some loose ends left on that case.
unlock something, or... Ooh, it did. Okay. I was gonna just start chucking things out.
That was a bloody, violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder.
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
This was 2 years ago?
I put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence. Ah, yes, that has been chasing Edgeworth repeatedly. Throughout the entirety of not just this case, but like the game, right? The entirety of this game is all about Edgeworth and like the demon prosecutor and that sort of thing.
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean? Yeah, don't leave us in suspense here, Gumtree. What exactly are you talking about?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident scene.
So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Wait, so... Alright, we gotta show something else, clearly. That's probably not it. Does Goodman's ID do anything?
That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax.
It's only because you always lose your card, apparently.
I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to?
It comes to rebel against the system. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I don't think that's gonna... You know what? Let's show him everything. I don't know if any of these are gonna do anything. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Alright, prosecutor trophy?
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Okay, so he doesn't know. Great. Edgeworth's knife do anything? Found Edgeworth's card, stab with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? Oh, wait, no, this is Gumshoe, sorry.
Found a gun with Edgeworth's car, stab with Edgeworth's knife, yeah. Or drive Chief Prosecutor's guide to do those things. Wait, I didn't mean, sure, of course, somebody else really did, yeah. Someone must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth, that's it.
Okay, that showed that and that. Anything about the Blue Badger?
This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the Blue Badger away for a while.
Really? And why is that?
Well, they said it was shameful or something like that. Not blasphemous. Sort of statement. Shameful. I toiled night and day.
Sympathize with Detective Gumshoe here. But I can also see why they move it. Not exactly professional when it comes to these sort of grand performances and stuff. You know the autopsy report?
I mean, once they say they're speaking as a detective, I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Okay, that probably means nothing. Goodman's note. Is this going to open anything? Goodman's note and the switchblade. I think this is the same, yeah. Lana's cell phone do anything? Okay, nope. This isn't going to do anything either. You want to explain to me about these floor plans? Nope, you don't. You just gave it to me. And actually, that's a parking lot one. That's even worse.
That's a photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
Miss Starr's quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16.
Miss what?
She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Phoenix has, obviously, the right things on his mind. Anything but the victim's shoe? Nope. We've already done the switchblade knife. Anything but the luminal fluid? No. Lost item report? Nothing here. ID card record, maybe? Oh, here we go. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
I think Gumshoe just figured something out. What is it?
That second number.
That's your ID, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
Crap. This cannot be good for our case, can it?
What?
Oh boy. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Can you tell us anything about these floor plans? Nope, nothing here. In the evidence locker, I think you probably told us a lot. Oh, wait, no.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, I'll give you 50 cents.
Dude, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
That's a fair point. Anything we can talk about here? No, we can't present things. Can we move? Oh, I didn't even notice. Hold up. We could pan across. Let's do that. Okay, there's got to be something we can click on here. Let's go back here, examine everything in this room, see if there's anything in particular that's noticeable.
That's the door we just came through.
Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out.
I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside.
Let's hope he remembers we're in here. Also, Gumshoe's in here, so... fellow officers and all that.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
Looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away?
Yeah, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
Been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
Thank you, Emma, for your kind words of wisdom and hope. There's a thing sticking out here. Is that important? There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. Guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had them breathing down my neck about some evidence? Some silly evidence of that.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
But he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
While true, I don't know that... does that work? Anyway. Alright, so presumably nothing here of interest.
This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
Not so sure about the dreams part, but sure.
It won't open.
You really think it would?
Hey, pal, our security's high-tech around here.
Okay, that's probably all these doors. What's this fishing pole? Oh, this is from... is this... are we going to reference previous case? Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust around here.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Isn't this gumshoes?
That's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
I mean, I've seen that somewhere before. Yeah, that's from the previous case.
Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Oh, right. And it feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Right. Okay, but it seems like that's basically it here. All right, let's actually go pan over to the other side. There was a few things here that were interesting. Anything up here? You can search the paint here, maybe?
What is this saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
We got gumshoe spitting bars here, or not art stuff.
True art. I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Wait, here in the evidence room? Well, that's great. I'm not sure if clicking out here is going to do it, but there is a handprint there that I will definitely click on. But I'm also concerned that's going to stuff with dreams. This is more dream stuff. I'm concerned that's going to like progress the plot. So let's see if you talk more about dreams. Yep. All right, let's actually talk to this. Actually, there's a glove out here as well.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Oh, this sounds like it might be progressing the plot, so let's not do that.
You can check it out later.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to progress the plot, so I'm going to check out this handprint now then.
What's this? Blood. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in this room?
Should use her testing fluid to check it out. Okie doke. And there's a glove here.
Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective.
We're making him out to be a lot of not great things. Anyway,
That's the evidence from the case, you know.
you mean SL9? Does it have a tag on it? Okay. I thought it was going to be the same line again. All right, so we have that. We can look at the open case.
Look, this one's open. And the red indicator light above the door is lit.
The locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like this?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. Must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay, so we've got a handprint. We've got the pieces that are probably going to progress things. We got this here, the open locker. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, we can skip all these lines here, and then progress forward with actually looking at this. Let's take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
You want to try putting it back together?
Oh, I forgot to luminol test the place. Let's see if we can do that afterwards.
Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, looks like we're putting the pieces together. Because this episode is running rather long, what I'll do is I'll just pause it here, because this is definitely took a while, so I'm going to pause here, and then pop back in when I'm almost done. So I will see you guys in about 4.2 milliseconds. Hello everyone, welcome back to the episode. That probably took maybe a second. So yeah, so what the idea behind this is that you would rotate the pieces like this, and then just fit them back together wherever they seem to fit. It's not very difficult, but it did take a couple of minutes. But now, we can put the pieces together. I think that's it. But we're missing a piece.
Huh? I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen, maybe?
Honestly, I agree with Phoenix here. I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I can't understand how it got broken.
Unstable jar added to the courtroom. We also need to luminal test the place. So let's start doing that. Here it is. Oh wait, no, this is... Oh wait, no, this is presenting to Gumshoe. That's different, right? Aren't we supposed to go like it's court record, right? And then here we go. There it is. I was trying that randomly. Do we need to do all of the things? Let's see, that's absolutely gonna spray. There's blood over there, of course. Is there anything else that we're missing? There we go. Oh, I think we're missing spots in the other areas as well, but let's take a look at this one first. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is actually an alien.
Alright, well, this proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Thank you, Professor, for your wise words of wisdom. There we go. I guess we have to really make sure we hit it.
I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What?
What's the matter, Detective?
This locker, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you testify I wouldn't harm a fly.
I feel like this Gumshoe probably be like screaming at the top of his lungs.
You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
Bro, you are the police.
What? But you're a detective.
That's a great sign. It was here, right? I think. There we go. I think we just have to surround it a bit in order to properly get it.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
That is a fair point, Emma. There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
But this? It's called luminal testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans as well. Looks like that's everything.
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Is there something you needed to be going to?
Just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
One that says nothing but no problems?
It's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. Sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him.
Needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe. Phoenix, come on. Gumshoe's a nice guy.
I'm off, pal. Later.
Up. Probably see what Edgeworth has to say as well. All right, so next time you join us here, we'll be heading over to Edgeworth, and hopefully he's in a good mood. Until then, everyone, thank you very much for supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do the Ahdurin region. Until next time, take care.